Guys, this is Rani. Welcome back to our tutorial 95. So in this tutorial we'll going to see one new way of creating Neo4j node. In the last tutorial we have seen how to deal with CSV and JSON files, and that part is completed. So from this tutorial onwards we're going to see some very basic operations using Apoc procedure, like creating node, deleting node, creating relationship, updating relationship, or creating a new property, but all of them using Apoc procedure. For example, we know how to create Neo4j node using create clause, but in this tutorial we'll be going to do the same thing but using Apoc procedure. It will be kind of new thing for all of you, but again this is going to be very useful. For example, when you are going to write some custom procedure for your project, that time you are not going to use create keyword inside the procedure. You have to use Apoc and other things, so that is why the Apoc procedure is going to be very important to know, and definitely there are some other benefits like efficiency and other things, so that is why it is always useful to know Apoc procedure. Okay, so what I'll do now, create node in Neo4j graph using Apoc procedure. This is going to be a very small tutorial, but again if you know this thing, you can write, develop, customize anything using Apoc procedure with respect to node creation. Okay, so first thing first, we definitely need to set up some prerequisite. So these are same actually. If you are watching this tutorial for the first time, then I'll recommend you guys to go ahead and watch out the series from the tutorial number 76, because in that tutorial I demonstrate and explain each and everything from the beginning, like how to set up this prerequisite and how to run Apoc, or probably how to install Apoc procedure. So before that, before you set up this prerequisite, you have to install the Apoc procedure, module, okay, from the Neo4j browser. And once you set up the Apoc installation is done, then you have to copy paste these two things, so that you're actually in this tutorial this is not going to be required. If you're going to do is some sort of like file writing or importing or exporting, that time it is required. But just because I am just dealing with Apoc, so I actually forgot to do this thing. But for creating or dealing with Apoc, you are going to install the Apoc procedure module or Apoc module. So that is the prerequisite thing. These things are not required, but if you are going to deal with JSON CSV, that is required. So you can ignore this slide, but again in the next tutorial onwards I will be going to delete this slide. Okay, so next thing is actually going to be very similar things. We are going to write down the code and output. So probably it is it's the time to conclude from the slide part, and let's start with creating from Neo4j browser. So let me check first whether I have anything in my Neo4j database or not. Match in, return in, let me check. Nothing is there, so let's write. So it should be Apoc, right? Then it should be create. Okay, sorry. Okay, and after that it will be one list and there will be one map. So inside the list you can write down your label. So in our case it should be student, and map you can write something like that, name equals to Ronnie. Okay, if you run this thing, it will go and create one new node. So okay, so I forgot, it has to be start with call. Okay, see, one node created, right? And if you check here, then this is like name properties Ronnie. Why? Because I've said name properties Ronnie, and the type label is student. See, the label is student. For example, similarly you can create something else. For example, you can create Bob, and in Bob also you can get some other properties as well. Let's say class, let's say class is equals to maybe hi, let's say. See, there are two properties, and you can check the verify this thing. See, it is here, and you can get this thing from the table format as well, and this is a graph. So this is pretty cool. Let me just copy this thing. As I told you, this is going to be very small and very short tutorial, but again, if you know this thing, you will be able to learn so many things. you are going to build some sort of custom procedure. In that custom procedure, you cannot just go ahead and write a normal create clause or something like that. So if you create using if you're going to create some custom procedure and your job is to deal with some basic operations, so definitely you have to know this sort of like things, and actually this is going to help you in the longer run as well. Okay, so that is why I just thought of creating this tutorial. As I told you already that from this tutorial onwards we'll be going to deal with some advanced and intermediate tutorials, so that is why we are just going to deal with the same thing but more advanced or more intermediate or more expertise way. Okay, so next thing is that how to do the same thing using Python. So let me minimize this thing. Let me go ahead and open my Jupyter notebook. So here let me write tutorial. This is going to be tutorial 95, and it should be create Neo4j node using Apoc procedure. Okay, so here actually we'll be going to do two things. We'll first go ahead and create with static property, and after that we'll be going to create some dynamic property. So we'll see two things together. Okay, so let's create few cell. Now see that now from Neo4j import graph database, then driver equals to graph database dot driver, and here it should be URI is equals to like this, auth is like this, and after that like this, and in URI you'll be going to write, let's say here bold. Okay, and we'll write like this, and here we'll be going to write Neo4j. Okay, and after that we'll write session equals to driver dot session. Let's run this thing. Done. Then we'll go ahead and create the query. So here we'll be going to create a new node. Okay, so for that it will be going to something like call Apoc create node like this, then this and this, and we'll create label is student. Okay, and let me check what are the things we have actually created. So write match and return n graph. I have two nodes called Ronnie and Bob. Okay, so we're going to see, let me just write another new node called name, and here it will be going to be John, and maybe I can write country is equals to maybe USA. Okay, let's see, let's run this thing, and after that session dot run Q1. Let's run this thing. See if I run this thing, and let me see not created because I haven't run this thing. So I'm just doing this simple silly things just to make you guys understand, because maybe some of you are all like new to this tutorial, so that is why I'm just explaining each and everything. So it's completed because the result set is giving some sort of X value. So let's run this thing, and we'll see a new node will be created with the name of John. And if you see here, country is USA, name is John, and it will get the text value for whole things Ronnie, then John is like this. So all our like object keeps are completed. So what I'll do, I will try to copy this thing. Okay, from here, and we'll try to students that are following this tutorial for last 1 year, for them actually this is going to be super important, because I always get some request that I forgot to upload this thing or this tutorial slide, because after this after watching the videos, most of you are going to refer to this slide and this code to do some sort of practice. So this is important for like this is actually important to like give you guys some base also. I'm just trying to like complete this part as well. Okay, so this is done. Let me close this thing. Okay, so let me explain. So here what I'm doing actually, I'm actually trying to do the same thing. So this is actually label. I'm using dollar, that means it's variable. I'm again using like property keys name, and I'm using another dollar, it means this second variable. I'm using another property called country, and again using dollar sign, it means this also variable. And after that I'm assigning this variable value to this student. Name is Rohit and country equals to India. You have to remember whatever you are using here, you have to use the same thing here. Okay, and after that this normal thing, running this query with additional parameter called x. X is having this map, and the map is actually nothing but this like variable balance. Okay, and after that it is simple. So I believe you guys learn the new things, and you guys definitely like enjoying the series. I know this is kind of very old things I'm doing again in a different way, but again, as I told you, Apoc procedures are going to be super important if you are trying to do some advanced or like intermediate or advanced task or some graph data science related stuff, because in that case you have to write your own procedure. Okay, so that's it guys. Probably you guys can send me some feedback regarding our tutorial, or if you have any other use case you also can send me, and if you have any like feedback regarding our content, or if you have any suggestion where we can improve our quality, feel free to send me those emails. We'll try to include all this thing in our like tutorial. And apart from this thing, if you guys are having some exciting, challenging and some difficult use case where you actually find some difficulties, please send us to send those tutorials, send those use case to us. We'll try to like create tutorials, and that will be